To me, to live a good life is to have time for family. I'm a worker. I worked all my life entirely. Just to fulfill all my obligations. Never had a desire to be really rich, but to live comfortable.
Just being as nice as I can be, being helpful if I can be helpful. I'm kind of getting to the point where I can't do some things anymore, but being friendly, caring about the people and the things around me.
A good life? Well, basically it's to be able to share and to help others.
For me, it's just to be kind to others, be helpful if I can. Be positive in my last days.
To not hurt anybody else. That would be my big thing. Inadvertently, purposely, whatever it would be, but not to hurt anybody else. Their feelings, their physical being, and not to grab onto their weaknesses, but to try to find their strengths.
Always be there to help others. I'm a people pleaser most of the time, and I like to be helpful.
Just to be able to breathe, period. And
Uh,
get up and move, you know, I mean, at our age, we don't have much choice.
Oh boy. Believe in God. Take care of my family. Be a good person.
To live a good life, to be close to my Lord and my family, to have good health, and to have a lot of good friends.
Well, to do as much as I can through my life. I am extremely creative. Not artistic, mind you, but creative. I sew, I make quilts, I made my own clothes, my children's clothes. I do crafts, I do many various things, plus I'm on different boards. I've been directors of boards, I've been president, I am a current president of things. I'm in a lot of things.
Productive life would be just being active and being among other people.
Well, right now I'm learning how to do my art. I'm not very good, but I'm learning. And that right now is productive to me. Also, I'm using my nursing to a certain extent because my sister-in-law just had a stroke, and I'm helping out the family a lot. So that's very productive to me. So I guess it would be family and my painting.
Pretty much, I don't know, I like to teach people stuff if I can, to learn things if I can. So, I'm always doing something.
I like having things to do. I've dabbled in so much in my jobs and whatever. I ran a print shop for 8 years, and I just always liked doing things and being able to try to accomplish something.
Teach the kids and the grandkids work ethic and how to be good.
A productive life now is different than being a productive life before. I mean, I have a big family, lots of kids, lots of grandkids, and now being productive means making stuff for the poor and helping the underprivileged and things like that. That's my productive life now.
Wonderful.
Before it was taking care of my family and raising my family and all that stuff. But now it's doing for other people. Happy life is being productive, but just being content where you are. You know, there's the saying, be happy where you're planted. And this is where I'm planted now, is here. Before I was on a 3-acre, plot of land with all sorts of birds and plants and flowers and everything, but now I'm here. So I'm happy where I'm here. I'm content.
I believe, even though I have had 101 ups and downs in my life, I have a happy life. I'm alone today, and it still makes me happy. I was married twice, and one made me happy. And children made me happy. Lost 2 children made me unhappy. So I think all in all, I live a happy life, and I think my faith in God has got me through everything.
Just living, breathing, having people in my life that I can help out and they can help out when we,
My granddaughter makes me happy. The world can just go away when I'm with her.
Great. Not to hurt myself. That's a biggie. Because
Good.
I do that a lot.
Oh, I love painting. Sewing, that makes me personally happy. Seeing other people happy makes me happy.
Well, I can't say that life is always happy, but I think that when you have the downfalls, as you come back up, that you really appreciate the happy times. And there's so many people that you can talk to that make you feel good, and they're interesting people. So that's my version of happy.
Bird would you be?
Oh my gosh. I'd probably be a Baltimore Oriole. They come in the spring and they love the oranges and they come back. We had them for at least 3 or 4 years where they would come back and bring their families.
If I was a bird, I would be probably an eagle.
Cardinal, because they are absolutely beautiful.
A peacock.
Any reason?
Kind of showy.
I would probably say an eagle. First of all, they're very attractive. Second of all, they live in a lot of different places, and their flight is beautiful. And it's one of God's creatures, so.
A bird,
Yeah, a bird.
cardinal.
Okay.
I think I would be a bluebird. I think they're just very pretty and kind of feisty.
Cuckoo. No, not a cuckoo. No. No, I think I'd be a bluebird. Spring, summer, happy, flitting around, nice song. I'd be a bluebird. Oh, let's see, my bedroom's theme is fairies, my bathroom is nautical, and my living room and kitchen are southwestern, not cowboy, but Indian southwestern. It's definitely my nest. I have things around me that I love, that I care about, and I have books. Books are so important to me. I read voraciously. So it's my nest. When I was 6 years old, or 5 years old actually, I lived here as an orphan. I wasn't an orphan really, but I lived here.
It's because my husband and I, we were antique collectors, and we did a lot of antiquing. Of course, and our apartments are very small, so I had to be very picky on what I kept. And I kept a lot of antiques. So I have a lot of antique pieces of furniture, paintings on the wall, tchotchkes, knickknacks, whatnots. And I'm trying to slowly but surely wean them out because it's too many in a small place. But for me, they're comforting.
It's different. I have a lot of artwork up, you know, it's just different.
Yeah, I find it's cozy. I have a lot of furniture, a lot of pictures on my walls, and toys. But yeah, it feels like home. I don't spend much time in there, but
Yeah, I do feel it is, and well, as far as why, I think it's just because, unlike most older people, I cannot stand clutter, and it's just basic. I mean, I have my special things I collect, and there's not too much of them, and I have a little bit of OCD, so yes, it's always perfect. And everybody feels comfortable when they come down. So.
I just like my little nest. I just moved into a new apartment here since my husband passed away. You can't have an apartment with 2 bedrooms, and so I had to move. So I'm just getting acquainted with that apartment. And but my nest, I have an organ. I taught myself how to play. I don't play well, but I like to play music. I took up, when I was laid up for a little while here, I took up coloring, the adult coloring books, and having a blast with them. And I dabble in cooking. I used to be a pretty good cook. I used to bake all my own bread. I used, you know, but I don't do any of that stuff anymore because I'm not able.
I've been here 4 years, a little over 4 years. On the overall, the apartment is comfortable. It's become my little home. It's what you make it.
Well, I've got religious stuff all over the place. I have tons of crucifixes all over the place and pictures of Jesus and Mary and Joseph, and besides all my family. But I mean, it's like a little chapel, you might say. But that's good. And then I have a lot of pictures of my kids, my grandkids, my great-grands. Sometimes it can feel like a cocoon, and I'm not real happy with that. So I open the windows so I can hear the street traffic. And, you know, it can become a vacuum. You know, you can go in there and just, you know, let it become a cocoon, and I'm not going to do that.
Well, number one, I do love living here. I've been here now for 10 years, going on 11. And of course I love it here. I've spent a lot of 20 years working here. And my apartment, designed on kind of a garden. I have 2 different seasons in my apartment. In the wintertime I do Oriental, just by putting a cover on my sofa and doing all Oriental pictures and everything. And then in the summer I do garden, flowery, bright. So I suppose that when they came in, they might pick up on some of the pictures on the wall or something unusual. And I like to go to antique shops, or junk shops as we call them, and pick up something that's different and maybe paint it or add something to it or just clean it up. Well, I think that's an ongoing thing because I think there are so many things during our lifetime that affect us. I can give you an example. I have a great-granddaughter that the other day I said to her, she broke her arm, and I said, "I'm sorry that you broke your arm." And she said, "Oh, it could have been worse." She said, "My guardian angel saved me." And I said, "Oh," and she said, "Yeah, her name is Christine. That's my middle name, and she's beautiful." And she said, "Grandma, what's your guardian angel's name?" And I said, "Elsie." And she said, "Oh, I love that name." I mean, it's just things like that that, make us really treasure life. And there's just been many of that along the way.
Renewed, huh? It's difficult to talk about. Because I didn't go anywhere. I just basically evolved into a better person. So I didn't go anywhere to do anything or see anything that made me change or anything. I did a lot of hard work to change to be where I am.
As a nurse, I saved a couple lives. I mean, really saved a couple lives, which I think it impacted my whole life, because not only did you save a life, but in doing that, it was that my nursing career was all headed in a good direction. That it was worthwhile.
A trip. I visit my brother up in Orchard Park, New York, quite a bit. And I go there feeling drained, and I come back and I have a different attitude about a lot of things.
Giving birth. 5 times.
Oh, yeah. I went through cancer, and now that I'm getting all my clean bills of health, I feel really good. Other than that, just trying to keep up with my kids was enough, I guess.
Just going to church. And getting involved. I used to be real involved in some of the stuff at the church. And I used to teach Sunday school. But I always feel like God is always with me. So I guess that's the main reason. I feel that's where I've come through it. Sometimes.
I had some hard things to go through in 97, 98. And it took me a good while to get over that, but all the people that surrounded me and helped me physically and just emotionally got me through it and got me back at it again. I guess that's about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is on the religious side. I don't know how you feel about it. I mean,
It's fine.
I made a Life in the Spirit seminar back in 1990, and my life totally changed from then on. I was a little mouse before. I never would speak up or anything. And now I'm a lector at church. I'm the lector here. I'm the lector at my church. And I love doing it. And I also write. I write articles for newsletters and stuff like that, which I never would have done before. I mean, it's completely changed my whole, not personality, but, my way of living. I mean, I'm a lot more outgoing and active than I was before.
Rio de Janeiro. because it sounds exciting.
Italy.
Because that's where my family's from, and, I don't know, I probably could get lost real easy there.
I would probably go to Germany,
Why?
because that's where my parents were from, both sides. Just to see it, you know. It means a lot to live a happy life. Sometimes it's hard. It's not always that easy. It depends on circumstances and stuff, but I feel like, you know, if I want people to care about me, I have to be able to accept them and care about who they are, you know, because we're all different. And I think that's the most important thing, to live a happy life, is to just respect the other people around you.
You go,
England.
and why?
My son lives there.
Where would I go? Well, first I would go to Seattle to see my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. And then I would go to Germany. I'd love to go to Germany. And, I have a granddaughter that's getting her master's degree in Germany. I'd go to Germany just to look up the Niebauer background and, you know, just to experience Germany. No, Mexico is the furthest I've been. I went down on mission trips twice with my sister parish from St. Julia's Church. And that's one place I'd love to go again. That's on my bucket list, to go one more time with the church down to our sister parish.
I think it would probably just be down to Florida, where I have a lot of family, and I have a nephew that runs a bird sanctuary, and he's got a nice variety of birds that he takes care of. I've been to Germany and Austria. I've traveled, you know, Mexico, places like that, but I think now in my older years I would just stay here in the States and just kind of travel. There's so much I haven't seen. Never had the opportunity to see it.
Like that?
I think probably Bavaria. It was just so pretty there, and the Zugspitz Mountains. My husband went up that. I didn't go. I didn't like the cable cars. But yeah, that I think about that. I have a lot of pictures of it that I can reflect back on.
I want to say Florida, but I don't like the sun in Florida, the blinding sunlight. So I guess I'd go to the Caribbean. I'd be a palm tree bird.
I think it's a good feeling that you work and you put a good day in work and do the best that you can. And like I said, I've been doing that for many, many years.